What's up, guys? This is welcome to the Random Horror Movie Show. I don't know how often I'm going to... Oh, sorry, my camera's just keep hitting my desk. I don't know how often I'm going to do this, but today it is raining. I have a couple hours to kill. My kids are at school. So I figured I'd just pop on and talk about some horror movies. I had tried to get some guests on here, but they're all busy, and Wilson from the game show was going to come on, but he's at work, and hopefully I can get him on for a little bit. He says he's going to go on break pretty soon, so maybe Wilson will join us. I don't know. I guess what this show is going to be is just talking about kind of what horror movies I've been watching recently, ones I want to see, my watch list, and then I'll talk with you. We can talk about pop culture too if you want to, just whatever the fuck we want to talk about, like pop culture wise, but as far as me saying stuff, I'll probably talk about horror the most. But, a little bit of everything. So, let me pull up my letterbox here, and I'll, excuse me, I got the burps. See what I've been watching recently. As I have watched a lot lately, and I can't remember off the top of my head what I have all seen. So, I'm going to do that. 1 second. Filter by first when added. It was first. There we go. Okay. Cool. Got it. Alright. So, oh man, there's so many. Okay, let's start with this one. So, this goes back a while, but these are some movies going back a little while that I've watched or rewatched this year, and let's just talk about them a little bit. So, I think I had mentioned when we were doing Horror Heads LLC, I was selling some Puppet Master tapes, and I think I sold the first one, I believe, to John, who's also from the Gabe Show. So, hello, John Wanbaton. Anyways, and I had never seen the original Puppet Master. The only one I had seen up until about 2 months ago or so was Puppet Master The Littlest Reich, and that's the newest one, and it was not great. So I decided to give the original a chance, so that's what I did. And I gave it 2.5 stars out of 5. The puppets were cool. I love Blade the most. Obviously, he's like the main one. I think I have a Blade. I don't know where it is. Oh, you know what? It's probably in my desk that I have my laptop on right now, so I can't get him out. But yeah, I have a little bit Blade one. I think I have Torch too, if I'm not mistaken. I really like the character design on the puppets. Those are really, really cool. But the movie itself, let's be honest, it's not that good. I want to watch the others. I think maybe like last week I started watching Puppet Master 2, but it was way too boring to get into, so I stopped watching it. Another one I watched recently was Ice Cream Man with, what's his name? Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard. How could I forget Clint Howard? Yeah, I watched Ice Cream Man. That was a doozy of a movie that I've been wanting to see for a long time. Oh, hey, welcome to the live stream. Say what's up, and we're talking about horror movies today, or pop culture, or whatever you want to talk about. We're just live, because I have time to kill right now. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Wilson might be here soon. But yeah, I was talking about Ice Cream Man. So I watched that recently. I gave it 2 stars out of 5, but not because I didn't enjoy it. I really did enjoy it, and I thought it was entertaining and funny, but it's a little ridiculous, and on a technical level, the movie's not very good. So that's why I gave it 2 stars out of 5. But I gave it 2 stars purely for entertainment value, and like a 1/2 star extra for Clint Howard, because Clint Howard is Clint Howard. He's just Clinton it up. I rewatched Microwave Massacre, and it's just as terrible as I remember. 1/2 star out of 5. If you guys listen to the Stone to Death podcast at all, we strongly dislike the producer, Craig Muckler. Oh, Wilson just messaged me that he can join the live stream, so let me invite him really quick. 1 second. I'll add him to the stream. Uno momento. Alright, link is sent, so he should be joining any moment now. But yeah, Microwave Massacre, fucking nothing happens in that movie. It's just a giant turd, and Craig Muckler, fuck the muck. Every year I go to Crypticon, he tells me the same stories, and it's like a 45-minute long session. You can't get a word in, and he's like, apparently he has PJ Souls on fucking speed dial, and he brags about that all the time. It's just, he created his own fan club on Facebook, and that's weird. I hate Craig Muckler. Muckler, if you're watching this, get off your high horse, buddy. Microwave Massacre is the one pony you have, and it's terrible. The thing you have going for it is the name, cool name, interesting, and that cool box cover you did for your VHS. That was pretty rad, too, so I'll give you stars for that. That's pretty awesome. But other than that, the movie is goddamn terrible. And it's boring as fuck. Anyways. I'm not going to talk about Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island much because we covered that on the podcast. If you're new... Well, not if you're new to this channel. You're probably... If you're watching, you're not new to the channel, probably. But on the podcast, the Stone to Death podcast, we covered Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That... Because on the podcast, basically, we get stoned and we attempt to discuss and review horror movies. We try really hard, but things go off the rails quite often, so it ends up being just hilarity ensues. Yeah, I gave that 4.5 stars out of 5. I absolutely love Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island. It's legit a good movie. I've also watched Slaughterhouse recently. There's like a tagline I like from it. What is it? Slaughterhouse, where are you? Right here. Where's it say? Buddy has an axe to grind, a big axe. I bought this purely for the cover. I mean, look at that cover. It's just rad. But yeah, the movie's not very good. It's not bad, but it's not good either. So, at Slaughterhouse, I ended up giving that, 2.5 stars out of 5. And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad. It was just like not memorable, I guess. And that is not a good indication for especially a horror movie. There should be at least like one scene that sticks in your head, or like an iconic scene or something. And God, is my beard like crooked or some shit? What is going on? Anyways, yeah, but there's nothing memorable in this movie. But as I was watching it, I did not hate my time watching it. But I've already forgotten anything that happens in the movie except for what. I forgot his name. Is it Buddy? Yeah, Buddy. I remember what Buddy looks like in the movie, and that's purely it. And that it takes place at like a slaughterhouse. But you already get that from the title, so. Point is moot. Anyways, me and Caleb talked about Mad God on our bonus episode. Oh, here's Wilson. One second, let me bring him in. Wilson, what is up, my dude?
Hey, brother, how are you, man? God bless you.
Pretty fantastic. How are you?
Good. I'm just happy where I'm at right now.
It's awesome. I heard you had a new job.
The coochie face.
Yeah, dude.
I messed up my mustache right there, and I had to chop it off.
Oh, for the job? Oh,
it's nice. I like it here so far.
Well, that's good. It's good. Basically, I'm just running through like shit I've seen so far this year. I was just about to talk about Mad God a little bit. Me and Caleb talked about that on our bonus episode. I think we lied. No, it's a podcast. We did a podcast on it, and we talked about Mad God. Have you seen Mad God yet? That Phil Tippett movie? They worked on it for like 34 years or something, and it's all stop motion, and it's like one long cool music video. It's just outrageous. There's not really a plot. It's just really like creepy, atmospherical, and like the stop motion is really amazing in it. Like, it's a fucking great movie. You should check it out. It's on
Is
Shudder.
it like that movie? Is it like that movie Begotten? like that.
I've never even heard of Begotten.
Oh man, bro, it's so controversial. I still don't know if it's real or not, man. You need to check that out.
Is it like a live action one, or is it?
I don't know. It just shows like this woman in a white dress, and she has a weird face, and then she starts ripping herself, you know, and jagging herself, and you see blood, and she's like, it looks so real, yo. You got to check Begotten. It's so controversial. Anywhere? It's old. You're gonna see it because it was all over the Terradrome.
All right, I'll check that out. Yeah, Begotten. I gotta keep that in mind.
Begotten.
I'll definitely watch that.
I still don't know if that stuff was real.
Yeah, some of those movies, man, really fucked up. Like, remember the Cannibal Holocaust controversy?
I've never seen the second one.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, but like they had to like go to court because like the director had to go to court to prove that the actors weren't dead, that he didn't murder people. And so the actors had to show up and like they were like, "No, we're alive, everything's fine." Yeah, it was like a big deal. Everyone thought like he just filmed these people getting like fucking, what is it called? Like staked or whatever, or what's it called? Impaled, and he thought they were getting their dicks chopped off and shit. Like it was a really big deal when it came out. Like,
that's sad. The way they lived was messed up.
Yeah.
What they did to that woman, even though she cheated, but that's a little extreme.
Yeah.
What they did to her and the baby, that was messed up, yo.
Yeah, that's a really fucked up movie. One I will probably never ever watch again. But it was good. Like it was a little too intense for me, and I can deal with intense movies. Like I've seen Martyrs, and that's probably the most intense movie I've ever seen. It's like up there with like High Tension and Inside, but I really love Martyrs a lot. Like that's a fantastic movie.
High Tension mind fucked me. I'm gonna Google it. That to this day I'm still a little like, because to me I see the big dude doing all these things, and you're telling me it was her the whole time. Yeah. It kind of remind me of the Blair Witch too. The Book of Shadows.
I've been meaning to rewatch Book of Shadows for a while. I do have it. And I remember when it came out, I ended up hating it, but that's just because it wasn't like the first one at all.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, but I like recently it's kind of had a resurgence, and people are like, well, it's kind of like the Halloween 3 effect, you know? It's like if it wasn't called Halloween, people would like it. So I'm thinking if I rewatch it with the mindset that it's not the Blair Witch, just call it Book of Shadows, I might like it more. So
right.
Definitely one I have to revisit, because Halloween 3 I fucking love. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies.
You like that one?
Dude, it's fantastic. It's great. Halloween 3 is amazing.
My thing is, why, if it had nothing to do with Michael, why even add the music? You know what I mean? Anything to get money. That's what it was. They were riding on the coattails.
Well, no, because John Carpenter, his original idea was, and I'm sure you know this, like, Halloween was supposed to be a standalone movie. There was never supposed to be a Halloween 2.
Right.
John Carpenter wanted to do Halloween and then have the next one be Halloween, but a different movie. Like, it was supposed to be like kind of like what American Horror Story does. It's called American Horror Story, but each season is a different story. Yep. He wanted to do that with the Halloween franchise, but people just wanted more Michael Myers. And so when he's like, well, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want to do. They got the sequel. Michael's dead. Loomis is dead. I'm doing Season of the Witch now. It's a new story. And people shat all over it. Like, there's no Michael. Why? And then they had to go back to Michael Myers. So it's kind of like the redheaded stepchild of the Halloween franchise, but I fucking love it. Like, it's really, if you take out the fact that it's a Halloween movie and that Michael Myers wasn't even supposed to be part of the whole thing, then it's a really good movie. Like, it just is. Tom Atkins is the man. And it's just fantastic.
I like the movie. One movie I wish they would had a sequel to was They Live. I wish there was a continuation for nada.
Yeah, I need to revisit that one as well, man. I don't have that one rated on my Letterboxd because I didn't feel comfortable enough rating it because I haven't seen it since I was in probably 5th grade or something. Like I was really young when I saw that movie, so it's been a while. I've been trying to get it on tape, but I can't find it for fucking sale anymore. And the people that do have it, like in my groups, don't want to get rid of it. It's like, well, fuck. I need to check
Amazon,
eBay
baby,
more
Amazon.
Amazon? Yeah, but I want it on tape.
You never know. Amazon be having everything, even bootleg
Yeah,
AEW shirts.
Amazon tape fucking prices are outrageous. Like, they're like, for even common movies, it's like $50-$60. It's like, what the fuck, Amazon? Like, what are you doing? They do not know. The sellers on Amazon don't know how to price VHS tapes. It's stupid.
Right. The Super Nintendo games I was buying, they were selling them like they were brand new.
Mm-hmm.
For that year or something. Like,
yeah,
we're not in the 90s no more. It can't be $70, but they sell it. Sure is.
Yeah.
Because it's classics.
Mm-hmm.
I wound up getting 70.
Even though there's like emulators and stuff out there you can just get for like $20 and it has like 200 games on it. It's like, who gives a shit if you have the cartridge? Well, I guess
emulators ain't working for me. I'm trying to use
it's not
them.
different than VHS collecting, like what I do. Like, you want to collect video games, that's your bag, cool. I collect tapes, and a lot of people consider them useless when streaming possibilities are just endless at this point, and like Blu-rays are kind of like the new deal. But like, I just love the look of fucking VHSs. The one complaint about have VHSs is I love subtitles in my movies, and even on TV, I always have subtitles on all the time. Mm-hmm. And I can't obviously get that with tapes unless it's like a closed caption version. Because the audio on VHSs are really bad. So I usually have to have my TV pretty loud to understand what they're saying. And I have an upstairs bedroom, and so it gets fairly hot in here, so I need to keep a fan on at like all times. And so I have to turn my fan off to watch a movie, and it's like, even then it's still kind of hard to... Yeah.
I know
so I'm just sitting in my hot room... like watching tapes, and it's really hard to hear, and it's loud as fuck, and everyone else is trying to sleep.
Yep.
Sucks, but I don't know. Probably won't stop collecting though. I'll probably keep these for a very long time.
Let's talk about what ifs, right?
Okay.
What if they would have made? I lost track for a minute. Okay. That's my supervisor. I'm having my lunch break. The kids left already half a day, but we have to stay.
Oh, yeah, okay. I used to be a janitor at a school. 2 different schools I was a janitor at different times, and I loved that job.
Where you live at, anyway?
I'm in Minnesota.
Oh, you're not in the city. I thought you was in the city this whole time, bro.
Oh, no. I live in a town of 1,000 people. I live in a very small town.
So the what if thing I was going to tell you about is, you see how they did Evil Dead, right? That was wonderful.
What Evil Dead?
Evil Dead, the movie?
Yep.
You see how they did the house, right? The cabin? Yeah. I think that was so cool how they did that. Because it was like you actually being in there and getting to know the back parts that you never saw in the movie. Mm-hmm. Like that scarecrow coming to life and trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I didn't see that in the movie, but it was there. I was thinking, what if they made a Demons game? That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, dude, that would be pretty cool. Like you're stuck in that movie theater and you got all these.
It would be like Resident Evil if I was to make it. Like how part 1 started out, walking and opening things. I would make it like that. But the thing is, you see how the zombies bite you, and they take the leaves, and then you don't become a zombie. That don't happen in the movies. We all know this, right? So I would do it like that for demons, because if they catch you one time, that's it.
Yep.
You transform into a demon. I will have like a little time meter, and if you don't find the holy water, so you can inject it inside of you on time, then you transform. But then I will have an option. You could be the demon too, and then run like the demon and explore. I would do some cool stuff.
Like, the goal is you want to be the demon, right? And so, like, the first person to find the mask that you put on gets to be the demon. So it's like, in WWE when the 24/7 title was introduced and there was just that big scramble for the title? Yeah. That's what you do for the mask. Like, all the players are just running for that fucking mask so they can be the demon and start off this shit and have all these powers. Like, that'd be really fun. That'd be a really dope game. I'd play the hell out of that.
Mm-hmm. And then you could find the samurai sword right there with the bike.
Yeah, get on the motorcycle, chop people. Dude, yeah. That'd be rad. And the way to beat the level is like either the holy water or you escape with the helicopter if you can find out a way to get to the top.
Yes,
That'd be cool
yeah,
too.
that's a great idea. And
Yeah.
then, like, we'll play it to like the end. Like, you see how when they came out and they these demons were outside already. We'll play the cutscene all the way to the part that the guys come and save them. Come on in,
Yeah.
and he's play it to the end.
Yeah, dude, that'd be a dope
Yeah,
game. Did you
I
hear
have so
about the
much
Killer Clowns
ideas.
from Outer Space game that's coming out?
Oh, really? That's true. That's
That's
really
true.
true.
There's a trailer for it and everything. It's real.
Oh, see, I didn't get to that. Oh man, I
Yeah,
can't wait.
when you have free time, go on YouTube and check out the trailer for that game. It
Yeah,
looks
that's
fucking
long
fun as hell.
overdue. I was
Yeah.
like 7 years old in Monticello in a country eating country food with country Puerto Ricans when I was a little boy in these big fields. And I was so mesmerized because I never been in an environment like that. It's in Monticello. And I remember watching that. I was like 6 or 7, watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space on HBO Channel 6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I have it. Oh, dude, check this out. I got this from. Oh, it's inside out. I got this shirt from Cavity Colors. Shout out to Cavity Colors. They have the best fucking horror shirts in the business. But this is my fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space shirt. It's rad as fuck.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite shirts. I fucking love it.
It looks like a Dude Love shirt mixed with the Killer Clowns.
Yeah. I got a Street Chat shirt too. It's green tie-dye and it has the Tenafly Viper and like a melting hand on it. It's dope as fuck.
So, what's up with y'all? Y'all been quiet on the chat lately.
Yeah, what the fuck, guys? Come on.
Nobody
We have
talk.
people in here. You guys are being super quiet. Another one I wanted to talk about was Spookies. You ever seen Spookies?
Not yet. I'm about to. I found it on Tubi.
Dude, that movie is so fucking wild and it makes no sense, but it's a ton of fun, and I think it's really good. I gave it. What did I give it? I gave it 4 stars in Letterboxd, even though it doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense.
Is it
It's
like
just-
Puppet Masters in a way?
No, it's like I don't. You can't even explain it in like a plot way because the plot. There's not really a plot, you know. Like basically, the story with it is there was 2 guys that kind of wrote the movie and they filmed like 80% of it was done, right? But then the
Right.
producers didn't like what they were doing, so he fired them and brought in another director. And the new director started kind of making its own movie and intertwined it with the parts that are already filmed and that were approved. And
Right.
when you mesh it together, it makes no sense. Like it's basically 2 different movies melded into one, but with the same actors and stuff. And it's like there's so much going on all the time. It's just like you can't make sense of it. And like I want to be able to like, explain a summarized plot for you, but I feel like it's literally impossible.
Right.
Let me pull up on Letterboxd what the
You're gonna make me
Plot
want to
in
check
there
this out tonight since it's Friday.
Okay. On the Letterboxd, the plot is taking a wrong turn. Travelers find themselves trapped in a mysterious house. One horror after another threatens them as the sorcerer who lives within these walls sacrifices them to give eternal life to his beautiful bride.
Ooh.
But that is not how I perceived it when I watched it. While there is a sorcerer trying to bring life to his beautiful bride, nothing else makes sense. It's just like this weird. It's like all the like, this big mansion, and like just weird creatures keep popping up, and like I don't know. It's just insane. And then at the end, there's like this big zombie plot that comes out of nowhere, and
Right.
it's like, what the fuck is going on?
It's more than mind switchers, huh?
Yeah, but it's fun, dude. It's really good. Spookies rocks. Oh, we got another person in the chat. Fucking chat us up, man. Who's in here? Marco, is that you? Marco's usually in our
Hello.
live chats. Marco, if that's you, say what's up. I watched the Maniac remake recently. You ever seen
I
the
haven't got
remake?
to that one. I've seen no. I think I've seen the remake. Yeah, I didn't see the original. That's the one I didn't see.
You gotta
never
check out
seen
the
the old
original for
one.
sure. It's very good. But the remake with Elijah Wood, I'd always heard it was good, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll try it one day. And I put it off for so long, but I think I watched it finally like a month ago, and it just like it's all like the entire movie is like through his eyes, so it's like a
Right.
first
He was
person movie,
twisted.
which yeah, and it's like I didn't know it was gonna be that route, and it really
Right.
worked for that movie like so well. And Elijah Wood is just
He-
great in like everything he does.
He
So-
truly was
and
a
I was-
maniac. He truly was.
Yeah, he's like
That
he
shit he was
played.
doing and was sitting in his head. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Poor girls.
Yeah, I love. That's one
They
of my
did good on that
favorite
one.
remakes. And it's
Yeah,
like
I give
some
that
of
a
the
4
shots
star.
they had in there, even though it's like first person or whatever. A lot of the
Mhm.
shots were like beautifully shot, and it's like a lot of times you're like, how the fuck did they even film that? You know,
Right.
like how do you make that scene even possible? Like sometimes, like it just blew me away. It was just great.
Yeah. They should have made a second one. That would be great. Another Maniac or something. Or a crossover. Let's go old school crossovers. Maniac versus New York Ripper.
I haven't seen New York Ripper yet. It's on my watch
You've
list.
never seen New York Ripper?
No, but we are planning on doing it for the podcast. It's one
Really?
we're waiting to do. We are going to be doing it for the podcast.
I
we
love that
just haven't
soundtrack. I'm so stuck on it. It's
That's
like
the
some
one-
old disco.
Is that the one where the killer has a Donald Duck voice? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's the main reason we want to watch it.
Yeah.
Another movie I watched recently that we did cover on the podcast, but I want to talk about it more here with you, is Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror. You ever seen that one?
I seen that. I like that very much. I like movies like that. Anthologies, I love them. I grew up on that shit.
Yeah, anthologies are fantastic. Like, I don't know, like my first movie I've ever seen that was horror. I watched it when I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, and it was Trilogy of Terror with Karen Black.
Oh, yeah.
And that is
Remember that.
yeah. That Zuni doll will always be in my memory. I'll never forget it. Like, that
You
movie
need to
just
put
blew
him
my
against
mind.
Ooga
And,
Booga.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but yeah, then that's where my love of horror began, and then I was with my dad, and I was like, "Can we watch another scary movie? Like, I want to see more." And he let me stay up late that night. We were probably up to like 2, 3 in the morning watching horror movies. And the second one he showed me was Night of the Living Dead, the black and white version, the original, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like that was my first real introduction to zombies. You know, like. And I guess even in film, that was the introduction of what zombies as today we know it. Because, like, zombie movies before Night of the Living Dead were, like, more people that were under a spell or mind control. That's what zombies used to be. And George A. Romero kind of reinvented that whole term of zombies to be just flesh eaters, you know? Like, that's what they do. The reanimated dead. And that was never really a concept before that movie. And I thought it was really cool that, especially when that movie was made, that they had a black lead actor.
Yeah,
And-
Tony Todd.
Yeah. No. It was
one
Wayne.
before that.
Or was it
Yeah,
Dwayne? I forget his name. But Tony Todd, he was in the remake. He played the lead in the remake. Oh man, I wish I could remember that actor's name because he did really good.
You heard me? I say he played the character, just different actor.
Yeah.
Same thing, trapped in the basement. You know what's crazy? The other day I saw Return of the Living Dead, and I was telling my wife, "You need to watch this. This is good," you know. And she's watching it, and she's like, "How are these zombies so advanced so early?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" I said, "Tell me what did you see that you're saying that?" She's like, "First of all, they're running, so technically they were running before Dawn of the Dead, the remake." I
Yep.
was like, "Wow." And then she's like,
That might be the first running zombie movie.
And then she's like, "How are they talking? They're talking and communicating."
Mhm.
And it's true because the girl was like, "We don't eat people, we eat brains. Send more cops." You know,
Yeah.
and she's like, how are they
They're using
talking?
CB radios and everything. They know
Right.
what they are. They know how to use that.
Right. So they don't explain that, like how they got it. So they still got intelligence if they're not bones and dust yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then they showed the doctor from Day of the Dead, right? Not there in that movie, but in Day of the Dead, you see how he was trying to be intelligent and know how the motor skills are and how to try to domesticate them. And see, then they were really getting into specifics, but they never got to complete those specifics. It's like The Walking Dead. They didn't complete the specifics. It just mysteriously happened. But now they're trying to blame it on aliens. So they do that in The Walking Dead. I'm gonna be so tight.
Dude, that's bring it back to Night of the Living Dead. It was caused by like an asteroid or something, or some space debris or some shit like that. Like that's what I want The Walking Dead to end on.
They're trying to break it down like that, the way what you're saying, like that.
That's
they're trying to.
I
It
haven't
out.
watched The Walking Dead since like season 6 or 7. You know, the season that like Negan was imprisoned in the town for most of the season, but then he escapes. The little girl, Rick's little girl, lets him out or whatever. That's the last season I've seen, and I didn't even finish that season, so I'm very far behind.
Oh,
that show.
yeah, you need to catch up. You need to catch up before you
Yeah.
even see no season finale. Keep watching your stuff.
Yeah. It's
we
one
get it.
I've been trying to get on board with, but my television show, me and my fiance usually watch TV shows together, but and we watch a lot of reality TV and like just
Right.
weird stuff that I normally wouldn't be into, but I get into that shit sometimes. It sucks you in. But there's 2 shows I watch when I have my self time. That's What We Do in the Shadows, which is amazing, and I've been watching Hannibal lately, and that's a really good show. It's fantastic. I watched like 3 episodes this morning already. Have you ever checked
Dude,
out
how
Hannibal,
long
the
has it been
show?
since I've been talking to you? Oh, it's been
What's that?
33 minutes. Oh, it's
Yeah.
been 33 minutes. Okay. She
Yeah.
said I got 45 minutes, so I want to keep track of time. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, if you ever need to go, just let me know and we can let you go. I definitely need you on the game show again next time whenever we decide to do that.
Yeah, I was like, when is the next game?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think we're planning on doing it once a month, just because scheduling is really hectic to get everybody together and on the same day that we have off, and then putting it together. I have to put it all together myself, and it's time consuming.
Right,
So-
right. I understand.
Yeah,
Hey.
so we're planning on trying to do the game
Yeah,
show
I was
once a month.
remembering those cheese. It's cheese Danish, right? I'm like, somebody's making something good.
No, it's a patty.
Oh, it's a patty with shorty food.
Sorry.
I was like, I smell something. It smells good. And she said it was a beef patty, and I'm thinking it's a cheese Danish. I feel
It
crunchy.
has pastry, so you're close.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm talking to the principal.
Not the principal.
Oh,
I
nice.
thought she said you were the ship. Tongue tied. And you are then? The operations manager. Okay. It's just it's so many people here. My brain ain't gonna get it in one shot. Oh yeah? Okay.
Another movie I watched recently was I watched Christine for the first time.
I've never seen that either.
Dude, it's so much more than a killer car movie. Like,
Okay.
that's why I put it off for so long. It's like, a killer car sounds stupid. And it's directed by John Carpenter. I'm like, I shouldn't have lost faith in him. I should have just trusted him with
Yeah.
it. And it's a Stephen King, like, novel. So I was like, that's 2 great things meshed together. And I just like, killer car, that sounds dumb. That sounds like it's going to be as dumb as Maximum Overdrive. Even though I like Maximum Overdrive. Like, I thought it was going to be stupid like that.
Right.
But it's more about the main character's like slow descent into madness than it is a killer car movie. I mean, the car does kill people, but like it's more like
Is it like the Wraith?
I've never seen The Wraith.
You never saw, brother. You are so
I
behind
know
in a
of
lot
it.
of good shit. You need to make a list of what you need to see so you won't forget that.
Well, you need to see Christine 'cause it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
if
check
it's
that
streaming
out.
anywhere.
It's
Yeah,
Friday,
watch
so I'm gonna
Christine.
make a little list.
And watch Spookies. Spookies and
And
Christine.
Spookies.
Watch them. They're great.
Mm-hmm.
One I wanted to see for a long time. I'm gonna talk about 2 more movies hopefully before you go. But you ever seen Monster Dog with Alice Cooper?
Monster Dog?
Yeah, it's a werewolf movie.
Nah, I didn't even know he did a movie.
Yeah, he's actually the lead actor, which is totally strange. But like, it has a
Oh.
killer soundtrack, but the movie
Mhm.
itself is pretty fucking lame. Like, you don't ever see a full werewolf, which was really disappointing. You see a little bit of transformation at some points, but like even that doesn't look good. But I had been wanting to see it for a long time, and I've had it on tape for like the last year, and I finally just like, I'm gonna watch it. I love werewolf movies. I watch as many werewolf movies as I possibly can, so like I'm gonna throw in Monster Dog, and I was like, Alice Cooper and werewolves. How can you go wrong? You know? And it was
Right.
fucking terrible. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, and 1 star purely because it's a werewolf movie, and another star purely because it's Alice Cooper, and the soundtrack was fantastic. But the rest of the
Right.
movie, all the rest of the elements of that movie are shit.
Type those movies, all 3 movies you told me on my messenger, because I'm gonna forget because I'm working. But
You can
type
you
it
can
for me?
skip Monster Dog if you want to. You're not missing much.
You ever see Monsters Ball? I didn't get to see the whole thing of that either.
No, I know of it.
What?
I know of that one, but I never watched it.
No, not even Monsters Ball. I'm sorry. I think it's called How to Make a Monster. It's called, and it shows like this monster with long tusks on the side. He looks kind of cyber-ish. It's called How to Make a Monster. It's old already. You'll see the cover when
shit.
you look it up. You'll see. I never got to see that, but it looked good.
Did
It's
you
like
say
they
Monster
created the
Ball
monster.
or Monster Brawl?
No, not Monsters Ball. I think that's the movie with
Okay.
Halle Berry and that cowboy
Yeah.
guy.
You ever seen Monster Brawl though? That wrestling zombie movie or wrestling like Universal monster movie?
I've skipped it because I don't know if it's good or not.
It's not, but it's one you need to see anyway. It's just because the like wrestling monsters. Kevin
so they
Nash is in
wrestle.
it. You got Dave Foley in it. Like,
Mm.
it's not good, but it's not horrible either. You can definitely tell it's low budget, but the idea is cool enough to watch it. I don't know. I thought it was a fun movie. It's one I want to do for the podcast as well at some point. Like, because me and Caleb, we both love wrestling a lot, and so we love
Mhm.
horror a lot. So like, it's wrestling and it's monsters. So it's like, gotta watch it. I think it's
Well,
on Tubi right now
Tubi.
too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tubi Tubi is so good. It's way better than Netflix. Netflix is only good when it got certain shows that is so good you're stuck. Like the Squid Games example, you know?
Umbrella Academy.
It's good.
I love
yeah.
the Umbrella Academy. That's
Mhm.
that's one of my favorite shows. It's amazing.
Yeah, man.
And
There's a
speaking
movie
of
called
Tubi,
Fido.
I watched the Tubi original for the first time. It just came out this year. It's called Shark Bait. Shark movie.
Oh,
It's a
interesting.
Tubi original. They just started making Tubi originals like within like the last year or two, and I was kind of surprised by how good the shark looked within the first like 2/3 of the movie. But then like towards the climax, it's like they almost ran out of time or the budget was up, and then the shark starts looking a little cheesy and lame. But the acting was actually really good. There was some really cool shots I'd never seen shot in like there's one part where a guy's swimming, right? He's trying to get to a different boat like miles away from them. And so he's swimming, you see this shark chasing him, but he doesn't get him yet. But then he's swimming and he stops for a second, and you see the fin go like just inches away from his face. And then he kind
man.
of stops and freaks out, and like it makes you jump too. It's like, holy fuck, the shark's right there. You
Yeah,
know?
because he
Like,
just
that's
didn't
such a
catch
cool
him.
shot. Like there were some interesting shots in this movie that were like pretty dope, and like there's another part I really liked about it where a guy gets eaten, he gets taken by a shark and he's being drugged down into the sea or ocean or
Right.
whatever. But this girl's hair, she was trying to like rescue him and bring him to shore before the shark gets him because he like broke his leg or something, and so his watch gets caught in her hair, and so she's being drugged down with it, and you just see the shot of this beautiful looking shark dragging this dead man down into the depths, and she's alive and being drugged down there trying to escape, and that was really fucking cool too. 'Cause it makes you like, it's like this drowning sensation. It's like, oh fuck, and your heart gets racing, like please get out of there, and like
Right.
it's just I gave it 2 out of 5 stars because I guess it's just about people getting stranded in the middle of the ocean on a jet ski, So not a super original fucking plot. But the shark did look good for the first 2/3. So with the majority of the movie, the shark looked really good. And so I gave it a star for that, but it really bummed me out, the ending. Like, how bad the shark looked towards the end. It's like they kind of just gave up. You know, it's like, oh, that could have been a classic movie, you know? Like, could have been a really good Tubi original, but I do recommend checking it out if you don't care for, like, if bad CGI doesn't bother you too much. And it's not even the whole movie. It's just towards the end it gets a little wonky. But, yeah. Otherwise, it's a fun movie. Like, there's some cool shit in there. It's not terrible.
What about those movies that I be seeing? See, that messes me up with those bad CGI movies. Because the covers look so great. And then when you watch the movie, you're like Dino Croc versus Crocosaurus or Mega Shark or something like that. You ever seen those? I tried to watch one with a giant croc and a shark, and I was like,
I watched Sharktopus a long time ago.
Oh, that one too.
Holy shit. Don Gustafson, holy fuck. I miss you, dude. That's one of my buddies from high school. I can't believe you're here. What is up, Domo? That's what I used to call him, Domo, in high school. Me and him used to, like, blaze up and watch horror movies all the time together. There was one movie we watched called, I think it was called Eye Scream, like your eyeball scream, and it was about like this evil ice cream man, and it was really dumb. But I still remember watching that with you, Domo. Like, I still remember that movie because that was.
Can you find that on Netflix or something, or YouTube? Tubi?
We rented it way back in the day, like from the local video store. Like, we rented it there. Oh, Domo, miss you too, my guy. Yes, Ice Cream. Yeah, dude. Ice Cream, that fucking movie was ridiculous. And if I remember right, we were stoned out of our minds watching that.
I enjoyed Psycho Cop. Have you seen Psycho Cop yet?
I've seen Maniac Cop.
Oh, you need to see Psycho Cop. He's a Joker. He got his little lines.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's been telling me, like, honestly, like, I've gotten a lot of feedback from the podcast being like, you guys need to do Psycho Cop. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out sometime. But I'm so mad they didn't do third requests for that movie, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Because we have so many movies, like, planned out in advance right now. Like, this Monday, we're doing Rocktober Blood. And then the following week, we're doing Hard Rock Zombies. Then when we get into October, I think we're doing, Ernest Scared Stupid. And then since Halloween, we record on Mondays, Halloween lands on a Monday. And so we decided we're doing Halloween 1978. Good. Why not, right?
You ever seen Zombie Strippers?
Yeah, I have seen that.
They put it on Tubi. They finally got it. It's on Tubi.
Those movies we used to get were awesome. Yeah, dude. We used to get a lot of cool ones. Have you ever seen The Tripper? It's a David Arquette film. He made it, directed it, and Jason Mewes is in it. I rented that one with Dom too, way back in the day. It's kind of a fun movie, actually.
What about
a bunch of hippies Hollywood? Get murdered.
Who?
A bunch of hippies get murdered. Hippies. Yeah, and like there's like this killer running around the woods with like an axe or something, and he's just killing hippies. And it's not fantastic, but it's definitely memorable. Like, I've only seen it once, and I still remember like a lot of scenes from that movie. It's like, it's pretty dope. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. It probably is. Like, I don't know. And it was cool to see Jason Mewes in a role that wasn't Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. Like, it's cool to see him in something else.
My friend, I gotta let you go, man. If I could come back, I will come back.
I'm gonna bail out too. It's been almost an hour, so I'm gonna bail out. Thanks for coming on, Wilson.
Anytime, brother.
I'll see you at the game show when we do that, and I'll give you a heads up when we do that.
Okay, well, it's Friday. We could come up with something. Hey, that'll be fun. We'll wish. You know what's funny? You know I'm down with the Coney Island Warriors, right? Mm-hmm. The real life Coney Island Warriors. And we have our own group chat where we talk, our private business. But we have a video chat thing there too. and like 6 of us can all be together talking. You know,
Mhm.
I just wish we could do some type of watch party in the process, man. That would be great, man.
Yeah, I've been wanting
gotta
to
try
do a
to
watch
slip through
party
the
for a long
cracks.
time. I'm looking currently. I have been looking into the watch parties for a while now. I just haven't found the best way to do it, but it's something I am working on and something we'll get to around in the future, and you'll definitely be on that as well. Maybe we can do Demons 2 because I still haven't seen it. You keep recommending it to me, so maybe
Yeah,
Demons 2
bro.
could be our
Yeah.
first watch party.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But let me let
So-
you go.
All right.
I'll talk to you later on tonight, brother. Let me get
All right,
out of
see you
here.
later, man. Take
All right,
care.
later, bro. All right, you too.
All right, guys. Dom, amazing to see you. I can't believe that you popped up on here. I'm so happy about that. It's been a really hot minute. But yeah, I got some fucking housework to get done today, and so I'm gonna bail out now. Thanks for tuning in, whoever tuned in. This has been the Random Horror Movie Show, and I'll do more of these in the future, and just where it's just live chat. We'll just talk about whatever, pop culture, fucking horror movies, for the most part, and we'll just chat. Just do live streams and you'll chat with us. Get more guests on and stuff. This was very last minute, so thank you, Wilson, for coming on. That's awesome. I messaged him like 5 minutes before this went live, and I was like, Wilson, can you hop on this live stream with me? He's like, yeah, dude, for sure. So that was really cool of him. Let's see. Oh, Dom, take care. You take care too, my friend. I love you. I'll always love you. You're fantastic, and I missed you to death. All right. See you later, guys. This has been a lot of fun. Peace out. Check out the Stone to Death podcast on any podcast platform where we get stoned and discuss horror movies or attempt to review them. It's a lot of fun. We go off the rails a lot. Stone to Death podcast. It's on any podcast platform. We're everywhere. Leave a 5-star review if you can. This Monday we'll be doing Rocktober Blood. That is on Shudder, so if you guys have Shudder, you can watch it before we review it, so you guys kind of know what we're talking about. So when we go off the rails, you'll kind of still be understanding what we're trying to say. But yeah, Rocktober Blood. Then the very following Monday, we're doing Hard Rock Zombies. So check those 2 episodes out. We do a podcast every Monday. And so I think that's all I have to plug. Oh, check us out on Instagram. Stone to Death Podcast on Instagram. I think that's all I need to plug. Oh, and this YT Gorekeeper, that is my Letterboxd account. Follow me on there. It's where I do all my horror movie reviews, and I only review horror movies, so it's just very genre specific. So if I haven't talked about a movie already and you guys want to know my opinions or my thoughts on it, or at least my star rating, you can go check me out on Letterboxd. I always follow back my followers because I like seeing what you guys have to say and your ratings for movies. I like to compare, and sometimes when I can't sleep at night and I'm not tired enough, I'll just scroll through Letterboxd and look at all your reviews, and I love seeing that shit. So follow me on there. I'll follow you back. Great stuff. Anyways, peace out, guys. Last peace out. See you later.